Monday and are surviving the rest of the week. I'm just going to turn some things down. No, it's been a while. Life's been busy. Do apologize about that. But that's just how it is sometimes, unfortunately. Actually, what I should do is use this opportunity to show off new playmat I got. Sorry, I'm just checking a couple things real quick. As well as setting up this new mat I got. Yep. Okay. Sorry, distracted. It's the boy, Gilmon. But yeah, no, so this playmat was designed by the very talented Shino Bali. They do a lot of great artwork of this style, which I really like. I've been eyeing getting one of their mats. And along with their mats, also got a themed memory counter, which I thought was really good. And they did a cute little storybook about set in the world of the first Digimon World game. So, very fun, very good stuff. Highly recommend checking out their stuff if you can. So, anyway, back to the meat and potatoes of this. BT21 has been out for a bit. I finally was able to get my hands on a couple products as well. Just a couple boxes like I usually do. But I also got the 2 new starter decks. These are not advanced starter decks. So these are just regular starter decks, which just comes with the 54 card deck. These do come with extra cards, but unlike advanced starter decks, there are no. Whoops. How should I show you what I'm looking at? Alright, so here are the two new starter decks, the Protector's Light and Hero of Hope. These are regular starter decks, so they're just going to have the 54 cards, the 4 Digi-Egg deck, and the 50 regular deck. And these do have special cards, but it's not like advanced decks where they come with like an entire slew of like tech combo cards. So I figure we'll start with these because these are pretty straightforward. Alright, so there's the deck. On the back, we come with two. Let's stuff these back in here right quick. And do have a handy. And as always, have a trash bag near you when you're doing pack openings. Alright, so this comes with two play mats. This one definitely for beginners, but it's really, really cool. And there are the plastic type deals, but there's your boy Agumon and Wargreymon on one. And this is just the playmat. It has security stacks, your memory up to 10 on both sides, and it does give you the game flow. The other one, not so much a game mat as one of these cool mats that kind of tell you how to play the game. So, those are always good to have, especially if you're new to the game. But let's look at the deck. Okay. Okay, and these are special cards I put into the side there for now. Alright, so for our eggs, we have 4 copies of Koromon, which gives the hero if this all turns this Digimon with Adventure trait gets 1000 plus DP. So that's kind of a new thing they added is Adventure and Heroes traits. As you can tell, there's where your traits are. So this is Biomon, it's a Burb and an Adventure. Let's see, it's a cost 3, Digivolves with 2 with Adventure trait. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Sorry, this is on play effect. Add 1 Digimon with the Adventure trait and 1 such tamer or option among them. Return the rest to the bottom of your deck. So we got 4 copies of that. And then we get Bergermon. Bergermon has a on play when digivolving effect. If your Tamers with Adventure trait has 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with Adventure trait in hand without paying a memory cost. So there's a good evolution boost there. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of that. And then we get Garudamon, our first rare of the deck. So Garurumon has an on-play when digivolving effect. For the turn, one of your Digimon gains security attack +1 for every 2 colors your Tamers have. Your Tamers have get plus 2000 DP. And then on your turn, once per turn, when your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of them gains Alliance. Alliance allows you to suspend one of your other Digimon to give the attacking Digimon security attack +1 and its DP. And it's inheritable. is Alliance. So the Digimon gets, by suspending one of your other Digimon, this Digimon gains one security attack +1 and that Digimon's DP. And we get 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of those. So these decks are taking the 8 original Dizzy Distance and putting them into like 2 decks, which technically you can kind of put together as kind of a rainbow deck. Next we have Gatomon. Security, at the end of battle, play this card without paying the cost. And then on play when Digivolving, give 2 of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1 until the end of their turn. Until their turn ends. When attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -2000 DP. So very yellow of weakening your opponent's Digimon, but that is very cute art. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of that. Next we get Angemon. So this is an on-play when Digivolving effect of one of your other Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. So this deck is really good about Digivolution ramp of allowing you kind of easy access to get to level 6. Also has a once per turn when uh, when your other Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the Adventure trait, one of your Digimon gains Alliance, and this also gives Alliance as inheritable, so very much similar to Gurudamon. And we get 1, 2 copies of that. Figure as much. Usually when the super rares only get 2 copies. Everything else we tend to get 4 copies of. And then we have our boy Tentomon. So for Tentomon, it's just opponent's turn. Your opponent's can't reduce Digivolution cost. So this is a Floodgate card. Floodgate cards are basically any cards that are used to not allow your opponent to like reduce the play cost of anything or stuff like that. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of him. Then we have Kabuterimon. When Digivolving, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one tamer with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. So there is your free get a tamer out. We get 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of him. Then we get Mega Kabuterimon. He's on play when Digivolving effect of one of your Digimon unsuspends. Then, for every 2 colors your tamers with the Avenger trait have, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. He has your turn, so this also gives Alliance, and his inheritable is Alliance, so very much going with the flow. Oh, and didn't realize Kabuterimon here gets Piercing, so that's good. We get 4 copies of that. Alright, so this deck we focus on Kairi, Sora, Izzy, and then, of course, tie with Agumon. He has a your turn effect of while your opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, or your Digimon has 3 or more, or your tamers have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon can Digivolve into War Greymon in hand for the Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring Digivolution requirements. So basically, this allows you to go from a level 3 to level 6. So Warp Digivolution, similar to the show. And it gives inheritable reboots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of that. And now for the big boy, War Greymon Ace. So Ace cards basically are the equivalent to hand traps in this game. These during the very specific phase of after your opponent has declared an attack, you can play out a Ace card for 0 Digivolution. But sometimes they have requirements for this Blast Digivolution. So Blast Digivolution doesn't cost anything. It's a hand counter, but the risk is that these have overflow, which means if this is deleted off the field, your opponent gives 4 memory in this case. So he's on play when Digivolving until your opponent's turn ends. For every 2 colors of your every 2 colors your tamers have, their Digimon effects don't affect one of your Digimon. Okay, so basically, he protects them from any effects from your opponent. And then he has a wind digivolving when attacking, so he gets to use this quite a bit. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. And we get 2 copies of that. So that is these effects when he gets ran attacking is going to help a lot, especially with reboot and a low waste game memory. All right, so we have Sora and Kairi. Start your main phase if you have a Digimon with Adventure trait, gain 1 memory. Your turn. When any of your Digimon cards with Digimon trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this Digimon, reduce the play cost by 1. So there's a way to get your Digimon out for free to help build your stack. And we get 4 copies of that. Okay. And this is the Tai and Izzy Tamer. Your turn. When any of your Digimon cards with Adventure trait would be played from your hand, by suspending this Tamer, reduce the play cost by 1. Opponent's turn. All of your Digimon with the Adventure trait gain blocker. So that's where you can. There's where the black gets very defensive, and so you can basically suspend both the Sora and Kairi and the Tai and Izzy to reduce the cost by 2. Definitely will make playing out your level 3s a lot cheaper. And we get 2 copies of them. And lastly is our options. So we have our Courage United. This is a black option, so it would require a black Digimon or a black Tamer to be on the field. That includes your Koromon in the breeding area. But its main, you get to draw 2, and then you place this card into the battle area. And then all turns, when any of your level 5 or higher Digimon would leave the battlefield, delay. So there's the requirement. So you can put this onto the battle area, but to trigger its delay effect, one of your level 5s have to leave. You may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. So this is kind of a trade of like there's an effect that puts the bottom deck or whatnot, you can put it back on the field. So 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of that. Oh, and this one also has, if you have a Digimon team with Adventure trait, you ignore the color. So playing in this deck, you should be able to play this no problem. And then we have Island of Adventure. While you have no face-up Island of Adventure security cards, you can ignore the security cards color requirement. So this is playing into kind of a new mechanic we are seeing in Digimon as of Digimon Liberator. That was EX7. Where you have face-up security cards that give your Digimon buffs. So here we have security will turn all your level 3 or higher Digimon get plus 2000 DP, so good DP boost. And then main. Add your top security card to hand, then place this card face up at the top of security, and if it gets to play out security, you may play 1 Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. So this is already faced out in your security. So, and we get 4 of those. So that is our deck for the Protectors of Light. So, in this special pack, though, you not only get the 54 card starter deck, you also get some cool promo cards. So these are from a limited edition set, and so these are beautiful artwork done of the scrambles, and the scrambles are a way to make Digivolution costs simple. So here's Red Scramble, and it features, Agumon, Shoutmon, Gamamon, and Chronomon. Koromon, I think. And then we have Blue Scramble, which features some key blue Digimon. Yellow Scramble, there's our boy Armadillomon. These are just very beautiful cards. Green Scramble with Tentomon, Warmon, and Fanbemon. A very well done Black Scramble. This, of course, is done by Koki. Did Koki do all these? No, I don't think Koki did all these. No. Okay, so these four were all done by the same artist, as you can tell. But for these other ones, we have Koki art, and Koki does such amazing work. I love it. Then we have Purple Scramble with Wizardmon and Demimeramon. And then you get these little key effect cards to help you learn the game. So that's what you get in the Hero Protectors of Light starter deck. I'll just put this over to the side. Next, we'll check out the Hero of Hope, which will feature TK and Ty, and Mimi and Joey. And Joe, sorry. And sending this for you, you'll get a plastic playmat, a plastic how to play guide, and the 54 card starter deck. But I do like how the art for Sunamon and Chronomon are complementary. So I just like when card arts are kind of linked. First, looking at the Digi-Egg, we have Sunamon, which is the purple egg. You may turn one Digimon with the Adventure trait from trash to your hand for its Unleash inheritable effect. So we get 4 copies of those. Next, we have the boy Gomamon, which also has the Adventure trait. So technically, you can kind of take bits and pieces of both decks, put them together to make kind of a cool, powerful deck. So all turns your opponents can't gain memory other than through tamer effects. So this is a memory gateway. But that is pretty good art of Gomamon. 2, 3, 4. Then we have Ikakumon. Security. At the end of the battle, you may play this card without paying the cost. So basically, it means if it's in your security stack and your opponent hits it, once all the attacking in the battle effects go off, you can play him on the field. And we get 4 copies of him. And then we have Zudomon. Oh, sorry. He also has an on-play when Digivolving effect. If trash the top 2 cards of one of your opponent's Digimon, then one of their Digimon with no Digivolution cards can't attack or block until the end of their turns. And then when attacking, if you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw 1. So very blue of stripping your opponent of their Digivolution sources. Then we have Zudomon. On play when Digivolving, for every 2 colors your tamers have. Trash any one of your opponent's Digivolution cards, then return one of their Digimon with 1 or fewer Digivolution cards in hand. And he gives you Alliance. So there's Zudomon. Alright, next we have Angimon, who has just a with Digivolving effect. If you have 1 or fewer tamers, you may play a tamer with the Adventure trait from your hand without paying the cost. And he has the when attacking phase or inheritable of one of your opponents is raised to negative 2000 DP. So that's pretty good to use against Digimon with blocker. 2, 3, 4 copies of him. Oop. Then we have Magna Angemon. When playing, on play when digivolving, place one of your opponent's 6,000 DP or lower Digimon on the top of the security, and for every 2 colors your tamers have, add 2,000 to the max DP. So this is just gonna a way for you to know what's coming up next in security. And this would actually do well with any effects. That's like, hey, when your opponent loses, loses security, do this. So, only 2 copies of him. Next we have Palmon. On play, by trashing 1 card with Adventure trait in your hand, draw 2. And this gives 1,000 DP as inheritable. So, very simple. So we get 4 of those. Next we have Togemon, which is an on-play when digivolving effect. If your tamers with the Adventure trait have 3 or more total colors, this Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon with the Adventure trait in hand without paying the cost. So, again, just another Accelerate Digivolution card. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. That. And next, we get Lilymon. So similar to the other level 5s, it has an on-play when digivolving effect. This one suspends all your opponents 5,000 DP or lower. Then for every 2 colors your tamers have, return one of their suspended Digimon to the bottom of their deck. So this is very much green of suspend your opponent's Digimon and then hurt them for being suspended. And then your turn, once per turn, when Digimon on the floor is played or Digivolve, gain Alliance, and then they may attack, and this also gives Alliance. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of that. Next, we have our main boy Gabumon here in the purple variety. Your turn, my opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more. One of your tamers have 3 or more, or your tamers have 3 or more total colors. Okay, gotta remember, it's the collection of colors of your tamers. And given these tamers are both dual colors and only share 1 color, this should be really easy to do. You can warp Digivolve into Metal Gurumon, basically. And also, when attacking once per turn, draw 1, then trash 1 card. So, very much purple. 4 copies of that. Alright, next, it's time for the main boy, Metal Gurumon Ace. On play when Digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to the bottom of their deck. For every 2 colors your tamers have, add 1 to this effect's level max. So if you have a 2-color tamer, you can now bump it up to a level 5 or lower. When attacking once per turn, you may play a 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. So this is just another way to get to fill your field up. But that is very beautiful artwork. Next up is our tamers of Joe and Mimi. Star of your turn, if you have a Digimon with the Adventure trait, gain 1 memory. When any of your Digimon with the Adventure, this is a your turn effect. When any of your Digimon cards with the Adventure trait would be played from your hand by suspending this Digimon, it would reduce the play cost. Then we get 4 copies of that. And then we get Matt and TK. When any of your Digimon cards with Adventure trait would be played from your hand, you suspend. You can spend this tamer to get reduce 1 cost. I do find funny that on the other one they put Izzy and Tai together instead of Tai and Kairi since they're siblings, but that's fine. I've always kind of, especially in Digimon Adventure 2020, the kind of big brother relationship Tai and Izzy had, I thought was kind of cool. Alright, anyway, and then on your turn, all of your level 5 Digimon or higher with the Adventure trait gain Rush. So basically, it can attack when played. And since you have effects that allow you to play them out, this is actually probably a really good tamer to have out. Then we get 2 copies of that. Next, we have the purple Believe in Our Friendship. This can ignore the color requirement if you have a Digimon or Tamer with Adventure in it. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 with the Adventure trait among them to your hand, the rest goes to the bottom of your deck, then place this card in the battle area. And then delay, gain 2 memory. You don't have to meet any requirements, so this is just a nice, it's kind of similar to memory boost to where you search for a card, you can search for a card, grab a card of a certain specification, and then you can delay it to gain more memory. And our last option is Janai's House. Again, while you have no face-up Janai's House security cards, you can ignore this card's color requirement. Security card, he gives all you level 3 or higher Digimon 3000 DP. And then at the main, add your bottom security card to your hand. Place this card as the bottom security face up. So, just another cool security effect. Putting cards into your security to gain effects is always awesome. So, that is the deck itself. Now, of course, also in this starter deck, you do get some special scramble cards. You get different versions of Red Scramble, which shows different red-based Digimon, such as Biomon and Hawkmon uh, and Huckmon, Gabumon, Vmon, Bearmon, that's a nice trait, and then Gaiomon, Patamon, Shumon, Harrismon, and Qmon? I can't remember his name right now. We have Lopmon! Look at Lopmon in the background. And Palmon and Flora. And then very cool Purple Scramble with some of the more dirty Digimon with Sukomon, Chumon, and Numamon. And then a beautifully done Purple Scramble with Demi-Devimon and Devimon. That's cool. I like those. And then, of course, more cards explaining traits. So, that is what you get when you buy a starter deck. Now, technically, also, there is a chance to where your starter deck can contain a super exclusive print of Agumon or Gabumon. Of course, I didn't get it, but yeah. No, 2 good decks, and technically you can put these decks together. Obviously, you can't just slap them together because that will be over the 50 card limit, but you can take pieces out, slap them together, and create a pretty functioning deck. So, super excited for that. But now, the main event of actually opening up BT21. So, in these boxes, you do get 1 illustration pack, which contains very specific artworks of some promo cards, and then you get a limited card pack, which contains, there's 10 cards in total, but contains 7 of those. Each box has it, so I got 2 boxes, so I got 2 of each. So I'm actually going to open these up first, and then we'll see what we get. I'll start with the illustration ones, because these are supposed to be very cool cards. Of course, I'm hopefully to get the Gallantmon or the Gaiomon. We get 2, and there's 6 in total. Oh yeah, I got it. I'm happy. I'm happy. As and he shall receive. Look at that Gaiomon. This is promo. He has reboot and blocker when digivolving until your opponent's turns ends. One of your opponent's Digimon gains start of the main phase Digimon's attacks. Okay, so this is very much goading your opponent into attacking. And also, so once per turn, when the Digimon targets change, trash your opponent's top security. So basically, they have to force the attack, and when you declare a blocker, that is changing their attack, so then you can trash security. And then a Duogoramon collision in security attack +1. When this Digimon gets 3,000, this Digimon gets 3,000 DP until your opponent turns. And then if you have a Kurosaki Kata, sorry, is with the Digimon Digivolution cards, all your Digimon with SOC trait unsuspended. So this is pretty good to use in a Sons of Chaos deck. But yeah, I'm definitely going to leave these bad boys up. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh, beautiful. Got another Gaiomon. And a Mastemon. So this is DNA Digivolve. You can take one level 5 yellow, one level 5 purple, and they put the stacks together to get Mastemon. You usually use Lady Devimon and Angiwomon to get it. When Digivolving, recovery +1. Then, if DNA Digivolving, by placing one of your other Digimon or Tamers at the top or bottom of your security, trash your opponent's top security card. So you basically get to recover 2 if you DNA Digivolve. And then when Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, by trashing the top of your security stack, you may play one of your purple-yellow Digimon card with 6,000 DP or less from your hand or your chest without paying the cost. That's actually pretty crazy. But no, I'm excited. I like Gaiomon. Definitely is up there as far as favorite Digimon. So, but these are promo packs, so I'm gonna put them over there for now. And then I'm gonna grab. Oop, I'm making loud noises. Meant to do this earlier, but I didn't get a chance to. Grabbing more sleeves because we're gonna protect our art. Gotta protect the cards. All right, so those are our illustration celebration packs. They did a real. I know the Greymon one has like a cool scarf on it. So next is these limited card packs. I'll be honest, I can't remember what these ones are. There's 7. There's 10 in total, but there's 7 in each pack. So, oh, so sorry, these are just limited cards, right? So these are more LM cards. So yeah, so let's see what we get. We get a beautifully done red-blue Valkyriemon. Digivolve from Sylphiamon for 3. When Digivolving Blitz, Blitz basically allows you to attack even though if the memory goes over to your opponent. Once per turn, return one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less to their bottom of the deck. If this effect didn't return any Digimon, this Digimon gains a security attack +1. So he gets a Blitz, he can do 2 attacks at 12k. Your turn, this Digimon attacks target can't change. So if he declares an attack on on your opponent, that should mean he can't block. That means blockers still have no effect. And then we have Vikemon, Ice Clad. When Digivolving, trash any 4 cards of your opponent's Digimon. Digivolution cards of your opponent's Digimon. When attacking, once per turn, if an opponent has no Digimon with as many Digivolution card as this Digimon, it unsuspends. Then all of your opponent's security Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP. Ooh, that's a cool Regale Klusmon? Deep Sea Diver. On play when Digivolving, one of your Digimon with Deep Sea Diver, or Deep Sea Diver. Or Yeah, DS is deep sea. Anyway, I lost my train of thought there. When Digivolve when attacking once per turn, if you have one or more memory, your opponent adds their top security card to their hand. Then if you have one or less, until your opponent's turn and one of their Digimon can't suspend. But a more memory, then if you have one or less. Okay, so basically you want to have one memory when you attack with him. That way you can get both effects. Sailormon, that's a beautiful card artwork. Let's see. Security attack +1 on play when digivolving. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers. Then until their turn ends, one of their Digimon or Tamers can't activate when digivolving effects or unsuspend. On deletion, place this card at the bottom of your security card. Or place this card as the bottom security card. All right, build recovery. Ooh, Darkdramon Ace. Scapegoat. On play when digivolving, digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, then delete all their Digimon with the lowest play cost. Inheritable is collision and blocker. Oh, sorry. It's collision during their turn. During this Digimon attacks, give all your opponent's Digimon blocker, and the opponent blocks if able. So basically, this is forcing your opponent to pick a fight with him. I'm actually excited for Gulmon. Gulmon, I definitely need to play more with. This is an ace card. He has blocker and retaliation, and on deletion, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, they trash one card in their hand. Then if they have 4 or fewer, delete one of their level 6 or lower Digimon. Okay, so this is a very interesting effect of delete if they have 5 or more, get one of the cards, and you take them down to 4, punish them even more. Nice. And then we have this beautiful looking Patamon. And this is from BT14, so this is a reprint. That is beautiful. Alright, so that's what I got in the first limited cards. It looks like a lot of limited cards, and then so I'm guessing it should be the same 6 limited cards, and then you get 1 reprint. If I remember right. Yep. Alright, so we get another Valkyriemon, Vikemon, Regaliclusmon, Realcemon, Darkdramon Ace, Gulmon Ace. Ooh. In this, so our 7th card is Angiwomon Ace from BT15. That is a very, very pretty card. Very pretty. I like that. Alright. All these are pretty, but I'm definitely gonna treat the Patamon and the Angiwomon as our hits for those, because those are what varies. But good cards to expand some already existing decks, especially D Brigade, because D Brigade didn't really have any ace cards assigned to them yet. Sorry, I need to reply to something right quick. And also I'm finishing up sleeving all these beautiful cards. Of course, we got. I'm glad I got 2 Gaiobons. Alright. Lots of pretty cards right off the bat. Cannot complain about that. Okay. Now we're on to the main show. And that is our 2 boxes of BT21. I'm mainly looking for the Digimon support out of this, but I am interested to see what the Appmon is. Um, I may rebuild a Gabumon deck because there's some Gabumon add-ins as well. So, super excited. And I'll put over here. So basically, this what the set does focus on is a few cards from Liberator, but um, a few characters from Liberator. But other than that, it's focused on the main heroes, the main goggle heads per se. All right, and right off the bat, we get an Appmon. So let's see. So security at the end of battle, play this card without paying the cost. On play, when Digivolving, you may return 1 Digimon card with Appmon trait from your trash to your hand. Okay, so this has a link effect. So once we get another Appmon, I'll show you what that link is. But basically, you're going to have kind of 2 things. You're going to have a link and Digivolution. So that's where it's going to get a little interesting. When linking, you may return 1 Digimon card with the Appmon trait from your trash to your hand. So this is Gossip. And so the whole point about Appmon, they're supposed to be more based on mobile apps, per se. So we have Gossipmon. Can't turn my back. Red option, cross heart. Place all Place all Digimon cards in one of your cross heart trait Digimon Devolution cards. Under Place all Digimon cards in one of your Crossheart trait Digimon Devolution cards under one of your Tamers. Then you may play 1 Digimon card with Crossheart trait from your hand and play with play cost reduced by every card place reduced by 1 for each card this effect plays. Okay, so basically what it means, if you have a Crossheart Digimon with a large stack, you can basically remove all those, put it under one of your Crossheart Tamers, and then how you would usually do Digicross by putting those cards underneath, you can just do that for lower. That's interesting. And it's only a 2 cost. I feel like this is a bit broken, but one of the more intelligent people are going to have to weigh in on that. But yeah, no, this could be obnoxious. Galus Gamamon, Spirit Evolution, Burning Greymon. I'm not going to explain the cards anymore. I'm just going to show you the cool art. If you want to know, that's fine. But I'm like, yeah, I need more time to study these cards. Woodmon, the Champion's Ultimate Fighter. War Greymon as a uncommon. That's interesting. Cyberdramon. Metal Greymon. Do you have that? Oh, I know why. Okay, I know why. That he's another turn of level 6. Metal Greymon, so some cards for you to use in the new starter decks. Then we have a Graphonmon and a Shootmon. So what's nice is that they also seem to add a few cards to the Three Musketeers arc, which definitely could be fun. Might remake a Three Musketeers deck. Alright, moving on to the next pack. Alright, we have Ghostmon, Skull Greymon, Ragnarok Cannon, Darimon, or Diramon, Wind Guardians. I love this card art just for Vidramon art of just being a mood. Wind Guardians. Armor Digivolution. Oh, we have our another Appmon. This is Swipemon. Next, we'll go into our uncommons of Gurumon, Navimon, Cherrymon, Shine Greymon. Just always awesome basic art. And Dracomon X Antibody. Oh, so this is even more acceleration. Starmine Face when Digivolving. This Digimon may Digivolve into Cordramon in the hand without paying the memory cost. Okay, so you already pay 0. You Digivolve on Dracomon, then you can Digivolve into Cordramon. That's pretty sick. He's the other archetype I'm kind of looking forward to enhance my Examon deck. Okay, sorry. I was going to show the new mechanic right quick of these Atmons. Alright, so let's say I have a Gospumon, and I have this Navimon. So for Link, what it actually does, it just comes in on the side. So now, not only will you uh, be digivolving forward here, so let's say, I don't think I have a purple level 3. Oh yeah, I do. Where's that Ghostmon? Alright, Ghostmon. Okay, so we have Ghostmon, and so Atmon can interact with both Digimon and Atmon very differently. So as you can tell from these, so the Atmons have their own levels. So this is a standard Atmon, and this is superior Atmon. So if I Ghostmon, and I can then Digivolve Ghostmon into Gobsonmon, and then I can link Navimon into Gossipmon. So now I get the on deletion inheritable, and I get the plus 2000 DP. It probably work better this way. Okay, so for linking, it's gonna work better this way because this also gains piercing when linked. I'm pretty sure. So that's what that is about. It's a kind of an interesting mechanic to have. I'll definitely have to check up on that, but it's very cool. I'll admit, Atmon is a series I did not watch a lot. I need to go back and watch it. Alright. Strongest of Brothers, Raging Serpentine, Kodomon, Ragnarok Cannon, Ghostmon, App Link, Skull Greymon, Gilmon, Shoutmon King version, Weregarurumon, Astrodramon Superior Mode, and our first super rare Galacticamon. There's our first hit of the box. I do like how for most of these it did include the Dark Digivolution, if there was one. So Gulas Galamon, Skull Greymon, Megidramon being the Dark Digivolution. Can't turn my back. The Champion Ultimate Fighter, Gossipmon, Yokomon, Spirit Evolution, Kiwimon, Scopemon, Wargreymon, Agunimon, Nimin Toromon, Elizamon, and a Gachmon. Strongest Brothers, Sunimon, Mushroommon, Burning Greymon, Cross Up, Sonarazimon, Calendarmon, sorry, Vmon, Gamamon, I love this artwork of Gamamon, Lightdramon, there we go, there's one of the Megidramons I am needing, and, ooh, Medusamon, and this is an alt art too. That's crazy. So Medusamon is a new Digimon coming from a Liberator. That's a couple things that add progress while this Digimon attacks your opponent's effect doesn't affect the Digimon. So without any other special things, right off the back, it gets protection from effects, and it also has these petrification tokens. And the point of these petrification tokens is to put them on your opponent's side and then delete them because they have the on deletion effect of trash the top security opponent's hand. Or your trash the top of your opponent's security. So basically, you swing, you're not affected by anything. When one of your opponent's Digimon are deleted or their security stack is removed from play, they play one petrification token. So basically, when you delete one of the Digimon or attack their security successfully, they get a token, and then there's plenty of effects that wipe Digimon off the field, and you can remove those tokens, and then you get to remove another card off their stack. So Definitely gonna look into building that deck as well. Just because it also relies on Dragonkin, which I feel like not it's a trade that doesn't get a whole lot of love. I can't remember the significance of October 1st in Digimon. We know the significance of uh, August 1st in Digimon because that's the day that the original Descendants went to the digital world. Sorry, I'm gonna change up the music a bit. Still using Game Chop. Link is down below if you want to check them out. But we have Glucose Gamamon, Scopemon, Growlmon, Agumon, Mushroomon, Gossipmon, Cyclonemon, Wargrowlmon, Navimon, Garurumon, Shoutmon DX, and uh, Lamiamon. Oops. Sangomon, the strongest of brothers, Kiwimon, Yokomon, Flamemon, Snatchmon, Betel Gamamon. Oh my god, I just love the artwork they did for the Gamamon line. Asterodramon, Shoutmon, Flamedramon, Siriusmon, and a Davis Motomiya. I do think they did excellent artwork for Tamers. Geogramon. Sorry, Geogramon. Wow. I would love a Geogramon. Give Gramon more love. Growlmon. The Digimon I designed. Beto Gamamon. Watchmon. I love that they put Watchmon with Clockmon. It just works so well. Vemmon. Woodmon. Demetramon. Omnishotmon. Gumdramon. Graphomon. And... Ooh, a Tocado. Nice. When any of your Digimon would be played or Digivolved by suspending this tamer to the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon with Gilmon, Growlmon, Galamon, or Megidramon gains blocker. So the only reason you would give Megidramon blocker because it has a undulation effect to where you get to play one of your 3 cost or lower Digimon with Gilmon or Growlmon in its name from your trash, then without paying the cost, but for every 10 cards. So that's just if you want to. There's no way to trigger that effect. So who knows? Maybe in the next, maybe we'll see some Chaos Galmon extra support here as well. Armor's Evolution. Probably also rebuild an armor deck. I think that would be fun. Spirit Evolution. Vemmon. Woodmon. Sociamon. So social media. Cross up. Burning Greymon, Cherrymon, Vmon, Rise Greymon, Shoutmon DX, and there's our secret of the box, Gaiamon. So he is basically the Mega equivalent to in the Appmon world. But you know what? One secret ain't bad. The other secret in this deck is the Tie Tamer. So, and I always hate when they make Tamer secrets. I mean, I don't hate it, but yeah. But hey, one less secret I have to buy for my collection. Cannot complain about that. Alright. Cyclomon, Digimon, a very sassy Digimon on the throne. Flamemon, Snatchmon, Girimon, Agumon, Sociamon, another Agumon, but this is the Data Squad. Wargreymon, Cyberdramon, Shoutmon X7 Superior Mode, and Satellamon. Interesting. I do find it interesting that they added a lot of support for the Three Musketeers deck with this Appmon. So, definitely going to look into building a deck around them. Oops, I didn't realize there was such a glare. Does that help it? Make it worse? Makes it worse. Oh. I hate when you can see where the glare is, but that's okay. Alright, there we go. But I do like how they have the tamer and then the stencil in the background, so. I like when they've done better unique tamer art. Whitemon. There we go. Add a little light to this. Switemon, Daramon, Geogreymon, the champion, ultimate fighter, can't turn my back, Girimon, Gigimon, Floramon, Agunimon, Greymon, Timemon, and Hero Amenokoa. Kawa. I'm bad at pronouncing names. App fusions. I'm assuming these are the same as. Watchmon, Savemon, and Calendarmon cost 0. If two such cards are linked together, stack the link. Huh, I'll have to look into that, how that works. Because obviously if it says links, that means they're not Digivolve from there on the side. Nope. I gotta put my uncommons away. Once we get done with this box, I'll probably take a quick 5-minute break. Actually, I'm going to find something else because I actually got copyright hit one of his songs one time. This one. Mute. Don't care about Adobe. Now let's put some loop. Yeah, there we go. We'll put this in some Zelda and Jazz. Why the heck not? Glue Gamamon, sorry, Sangomon, Ghostmon, Applink, Raging Serpentine, Koromon, Ragnarok Cannon, Metal Greymon, Gilmon, Shotmon King Version, Zenith, and Marcus Damon. I do like the fact that Marcus basically gets used as a Digimon in the game, basically because he gets to throw punches. That man throws hands. His hands are rated E for everyone. Okay, sorry about that. On to the next pack. Starting with the Digimon I design, Wingardians, Sumimon, Sun, Sunarizaman, sure, Calendamon, Watchmon, Raging Serpentine, Gestromon, Canna Weissmon, Gamamon. Again, I love this line. I love the art they've done for this. Gachmon and Regulusmon. Skull Greymon, Spirit Evolution, Digimon I Design, Flamemon, Woodmon, Kiwimon, Galusgamamon, Weregrumon, Wargrowmon, Naimon, Griffonomon, and an Elizamon. I do think, as much as I would prefer them to get their own end trainings, I do think Gigimon is a perfect pre-Digivolution for Elizamon. But man, I do wish. I know it's irritating, and I know it's not easy, or there's something maybe they don't even think about, but all these new level 3 Digimon, like Gamamon, really should have their own unique in training, which I understand they use Gurimon, and Gurimon was a pre-evo for Huckmon before Gamamon was created, or at least in the TCG, so I can't complain about that, but always wishful thinking. I understand that's more Digimon to design, especially for in training, which really in the show doesn't get seen a lot. But in Liberator, I feel like it could be, but we'll see. Skull Greymon, Koromon, App Link, Ragnarok Cannon, Ghostmon, the strongest of brothers, excuse me, Cyclomon, Lightdramon, Destramon, Floramon, Owen Dreadnought, and a Charisamon, which is one half of Gaiamon. But I need Owens for the Medusa deck. But yeah, no. I would like to have these new level 3s get their own unique in training evolution. But you know, it is what it is. The champion ultimate fighter, Gasamon, Mushroommon, Armored Evolution, Deramon, Wingardians, Yokomon, Garurumon, Astrodramon, Shoutmon, Aldemon, there's a new one, and Globemon. I was about to say, I was curious if all my SR hits were going to be Tamers. That's what I'm at right now. I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I technically should have one more SR hit, and I think that's it. I might get another alt art. Might being the key word there. But I did not watch it. But if you are curious about that, you should go watch Digipanda. That's a free out shot. Digipanda's a good guy. He does a lot of cool like essay videos. So Agumon, Wingardians, Woodmon, Beltogamamon, Sangomon, Deramon, Can't Turn My Back, Shoutmon, Flamedramon, Arestramon, Hyrule Shinkai, which is not a super rare, so Appmon got a little gypped there. But one of their Appmon got to be secret, so there's the trade-off. And then another Aldemon, which I am fine. It makes completing a base set a lot cheaper. Alright, what are we down to? 1, 2, 3. Last 6 packs. Alright. And you are in pretty good shape. You will be the box goes on the wall. Alright. Snatchmon. Benarzimon. Soshimon. Scope. Calendar. Yoko. Evil Gamamon. Agumon. War Growlmon. Cyberdramon. Dugachamon. And Tagura Akashi. And actually, I think, minus tie, I got one of each tamer at the moment. So that is a sigh of relief, but that should be my last SR. So, no more SRs. Because if my memory serves right, base sets you usually get your 7 super rares, your 1 secret, and your 1 alt art, or you get 2 alt arts, or you can get an alt art secret. You know, all depends on luck of the draw. Vemmon, Armored Evolution, Watchmon, Sumimon, Burning Greymon, Swipemon, Girimon, Kano Weissmon, Greymon, Gumdramon, another Megidramon, I need one of those, and a Magnamon. Oops, I didn't put my last set away. That's okay. And then, rest of the week, I will be organizing these cards and figuring out what I need to complete my base set. And whatever I need for deck supply. Which other than the... I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I get after 2 packs. 2 boxes, I should say. Digimon, Cross Up, Spirit Evolution, Growlmon, Flamemon, the Ultimate Fighter, or the Champion Ultimate Fighter, sorry. Gossipmon, Rise Greymon, Metal Greymon, Shoutmon, King version, Timon, and a Serious Mon. Just great artwork. Oh, love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, sorry, we have 7 packs. I forgot this pack up here. Alright, Burning Greymon, whoops, Swipemon, Watchmon, Battlegamamon, Geogreymon, Scopemon, Gigimon, Flamedramon, Cherrymon, Vmon, Cherishmon, or Charizmon? Sure. And another Shootmon. Shootem? Or Shotmon, I guess would be the proper term. Alright, Calendarmon, Cross Up, Girimon, Tunemon, Growlmon, Soshimon, Cyclomon, Rise Greymon, Floramon, Agunimon, Seriousmon, and Shaman X7 Superior Mode. Two more packs from box 1, and then we're going to take a quick break. I don't know how people stream for 8 hours at a time, 4 hours at a time even. Bangomon, Vemmon, Snatchmon, Agumon, the strongest of brothers, can't turn back, Sunarizamon, Greymon, Destromon, Canon Weissmon, Shotmon DX, and another Hyro Shinkei. Oops. Alright, last pack. Let's see if we get a surprise. Highly doubtful, but wishful thinking. Geogreymon, Mushroomon, Kiwimon, the Digimon I designed, Koromon, Raging Serpentine, App Link, Regurumon, Omnishotmon, Gilmon, Zenith, and Aristramon Superior Mode. That's what we end on. Can't complain because I already got all my hits for the box. So, as review, the biggest hit, of course, is this beautiful Medusamon alt art. We got one of the secrets of Gaiamon. So one secret I don't have to buy. And then for our SR hits, we pretty much got all the Tamers minus Tai. And Haru, because Haru doesn't get to be super. So Tenguri, Glowmon, Marcus, Hero, Takato, Davis, and Galacticmon. So there's where we are after one box. I am going to take a quick break, and we will be back, and we will continue working on box 2. Alrighty, and we are back. Thank you for being patient, but here we go. We are ready for second box. Will I get the other secret? Because then I don't have to buy a secret this round to complete the set. That would be phenomenal, and that would save me money. Alright, Calamon, Cross Up, Burning Greymon, Swipemon, Sangomon, Ultimate Fighter, Geo Greymon, Geo Greymon's common, Wargrowmon, Agumon, Gestromon, Zenith, and then Arestramon Superior Mode. Sooner or later, I'll learn how to pronounce these names. But I don't play that deck, so I really don't need to. Okay, make sure I didn't drop a card. No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Don't be me making a mess on my floor. Cyclomon, Gurimon, Gigimon, Gossipmon, Wingardians, Sunimon, Venmon, Shoutmon, Wergarumon, Shoutmon King version, another Shine Greymon, and Dracomon X Antibody. Gurimon, Strong as the Brothers, Sociamon, Gulaskiamon, Kiwimon, Ghostmon, Applink, Cyberdramon, Gamamon, Lightramon, Magdramon, and there we go! There we go! The other secret we need for this set. I was just talking, someone in a chat's like, well, he's working on box 1, hopefully I get a second, get the other secrets, so then I don't have to buy it, but got my secret box 2, second pack in box 2, cannot... Should have bought a lotto ticket. uh, let's see how much. Not okay. It's hard to say it saved me money, given the fact, given the fact of how much I spent on these boxes anyway. But I am just curious. $26. Okay, not bad. So since I now have both secrets, let's just guess how much money I quote unquote saved. $40. That ain't bad. So there's an additional $40 I do not have to fork out to complete a base set of BT21. So I'll take that as a win. Now, if I got the alt art, that would be ridiculous. But okay, so there's our secret. We still have an alt art and 7 super rares. So we're just getting started. Raging Serpentine, Koromon, Ragnar Cannon, Skull Greymon, Cyclomon, Digimon I designed, Can't Turn My Back, Destromon, Floramon, Shoutmon, Elizamon, and alright, Puppamon Ace. There's our first super of the set. Sociamon, Watchmon, Raging Serpentine, Skull Greymon, Koromon, Applink, Ragnar Cannon, Gilmon, Garurumon, Navimon, Gachmon, and a Toguri. Toguri. Yeah, Toguri, sorry. Ghostmon, Strongest of Brothers, Spirit Evolution, Agumon, Wingardians, Woodmon, Betelgamamon, Cherrymon, Canon Weissmon, War, Greymon, Superior Shoutmon's X7 Superior Mode, and let's go! There we go. And that is the beauty of the pull sometimes. So not only got the regular secret, we got the alt art secret. Uh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, there's our 2 biggest hits of the box. Oops. Yeah, so I pull it over here. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I wanted the secret, alt secret. That's what I got. Okay, I am feeling good about that. Woodmon, Thingomon, Glusgamamon, Ultimate Fighter, Scopemon, Mushroommon, Armored Evolution, Flamedramon, Arrestramon, Agumon, Shopmon DX, and a Haru. Alright, let's keep going. And we're like not even a fourth into that box. Who knows, maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I'll pull a third alt art. Highly doubtful, but we'll see. Daramon, Wingardians, Yokomon, Agumon, Swipemon, Vemmon, Spirit Evolution, War Growlmon, Cyberdramon, Canalweismon, Timemon, and a Zenith. I mean, I've already hit the high of this box. I got my secret, I got my alt art, and now I just gotta get the remaining 5 SR hits. Daramon, Sangomon, Cyclomon, Snatchmon, Vemmon, Calendarmon, the Digimon I designed, Agunimon, Veimon, Gamamon, Elizamon, and Gachmon. Alright, here we go. Next pack. Geogreymon, Gospetmon, Gigimon, Calendarmon, Crossup, Girimon, Sunamon, Greymon, Gumdramon, Rise Greymon, Dracomon X Anybody, and Gachmon. Soshamon, Yokomon, Growlmon, Sonarizimon, Armored Evolution, Watchmon, Sunemon, Lightdramon, Agunimon, Shopmon Convergence, another Limiamon, and Glowmon. There is SR number 3. 4 more hits on those. Growlmon, Soshiamon, Burning Greymon, Kiwimon, Watchmon, Sonarizimon, Strongest Brothers, Metal Greymon, Shoutmon, Weregrumon, Shine Greymon, and there we go, Examon and X Anybody. I always find it weird when the rookie and the level 6 get X Anybody versions and nothing in between. I found that weird. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright. Burning Greymon, Swipe, Girimon, Digimon, Crossmon, Flamemon, Galoost Gamamon, War Growlmon, Rise Greymon, Canon Weissmon, Shamon X7, and a Satellamon. Satellite. Flamemon, Betel Gamamon, Snatchmon, Koromon, Raging Serpentine, Ablink, Ragnarok Cannon, Omni Shoutmon, Gilmon, Garurumon, Gachmon, and another Satellamon. Can't Turn My Back, Geo Greymon, Scopemon, Ultimate Fighter, Mushroomon, Kiwimon, Gossipmon, Demetamon, Destromon, Gilmon, Griffonmon, and Elizamon. Skull Greymon, Ghostmon, Growlmon, Mushroommon, Girimon, Cross Up, Soshamon, Navimon, Cherrymon, War Greymon, Shine Greymon, and Aldamon. Koromon, Raging Serpentine, Aplink, Ghostmon, Skull Greymon, Ragnarok Cannon, Daramon, Shoutmon, Weregarumon, Gumdramon, Regulusmon, and Takikudo. Actually, I don't remember. I don't think I got. Did I get him in the last box? I want to say I did, but now I'm thinking I didn't. I did not. All right. So that should wrap up all the tamers I need for the set, at least for a base set. Yeah, actually, I got three secrets technically in these two boxes. Two base art secrets and a alt art. So I'm excited for that. That saves me 40 bucks for completing the base set. And alt arts are just fun to collect. Also got this alt art too of a new Digimon called Medusamon. Look at the foil. Now that is a pretty card right there. But yeah, no, I got some pulls. How was your stream? How is Minecraft going? Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, Jesse James is a good friend of mine and currently doing a charity stream for on a quest to end MS. So, if you haven't already, go give her a follow. But yeah, nope. Working through the second box. Wingardians, Armored Evolution, Swipemon, Betelgemmon, Ultimate Fighter, Scopemon, Yokomon, Navimon, Goruamon, Orestramon, Charismon, and there we go, regular art Medusamon. Such pretty cards. Trying to find a swamp. If you go to your watchtower and you go right. So when you look at your watchtower, you go right. If you keep going that direction, you should find a swamp. I was messing around on Jesse's Minecraft server earlier, or not early, yesterday. Jeez. And I found a swamp because that's what I was doing. Oh, look. Okay. Alright, what are we down to already? I'm blowing through this box pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 packs left. Sorry, box, you are not the chosen one to go on the wall, so you're just going to go into the basura. Alright, 6 packs left. Let's see. Because what am I expecting? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, I should have one SR left. Kiwimon, Agumon, Wingardians, Scopemon, Vemmon, Swipemon, Snatchmon, Agunimon, Demantramon, Vmon, Magnamon, and Regulusmon. Which I think the only thing I don't have is any blue SRs at the moment for Digimon wise. And I think there should be at least one Wingardian one. I think. I think he says. We have Calendarmon, Armored Evolution, a Lizard, Flamemon, Yoko, Sango, Betelgemmon, Regular Gammamon, Lightramon, Demantramon, another Megidramon, I'm excited for that, and a Lamiamon. Look how quaint she is in that art. Good old Southern Belle. Such a lady. One day I'll torture my friends, be like, let me introduce you into the world of Digimon. Cyclomon, Sangomon, Gossipmon, Flamemon, Sumimon, Mushroomon, Agumon, Omnishoutmon, Flamedramon, Cherrymon, Cherishmon, Charismon, and Shootmon. Yeah, it's just a gun. He's got a gun! You fools, we all have guns. That's Digimon in a nutshell. 3 packs left. One SR to collect. Digimon I design. Watchmon, Daramon, Sunemon, Gigimon, Cyclomon, Geogreymon, Omnishoutmon, Gumdramon, Agumon, Astrodramon Superior Mode, and an Owen Dreadnought. I wonder... No. I wonder if you can use Gaiomon. That would be a fun Dragonkin to use on the Medusamon deck. I might have to look into that. Okay. Cross up, Snatch, Calendarmon, Geogreymon, Growlmon, Digimon I Design, Spirit Evolution, Vmon, Agumon, Floramon, Siriusmon, and a Shotmon X7. Alrighty, down to our last pack of box 2. And this should technically have the last hit of the night. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should get one more SR. Unless the SR has been sacrificed for alt art, which, God, I don't think I'm that lucky. Venmon, Watchmon, Woodmon, Burning Greymon, Gigimon, Can't Turn My Back, Tsunarezamon, War Greymon, Greymon, Metal Greymon, Haru, and Takuya, who I did not have. All right. Alrighty, let's summarize tonight's card stream. So from box 2, our major hits, which is our secret and our altar, is we got the Tai Kamiya secret, regular. Then we got the Tai Kamiya secret alt art, which is, that's about a $50 value right there. And then for our supers of it, we got Takuya Kenbara, Medusamon, Taiki Kuro, Xmon, Xamon and X Antibody, Globimon, Taguri, and Puppetmon Ace. That is our main hits from box 1, which I need to lower. From box 2, our secret was the Atmon Gaiamon. And then the Medusamon alt art, which this is another $20 value. Medusamon. Is about a $30 value. So there's about 80 bucks right there. Can't complain. And then as far as our super rares, we got another Tagiru, Glowmon, Davis, Matomiya, Galacticmon, Marcus Damon, Takato, Hero. So, pretty much I think I got all the tamers from this set. So, I cannot complain. Alrighty. Well, okay, well that's going to pretty much be it for the stream. But yeah, no, kind of this almost kind of the perfect time to get into Digimon with the new starter decks and BT21 being the first world release of the game. So now, rather than having to wait X months after Japan gets it, we're all getting them at the same time, which will definitely change how the meta works, which really won't affect me because I don't play meta anyway, because I like to have fun at times, or I like to make